Welcome to SDH's coverage of everything going on in MLS Next Pro. We'll get you taken back through the last 7 days and get you ready for the next 7 days. Very, very busy time inside the league. And there's also some goalie wars that occurred while we were gone between episodes. Isaac Walker, Crown Legacy, gets the win. And we're going to give full credit to a friend of the network, Jessica Charman. If you have not seen it, at Jess Talks Footy, F-O-T-T-I-E on the Twitters, and it is a kind of a prep for Walker in goalie wars. I just want to know if Jess is going to get the belt or a belt, something akin to a belt, considering that Isaac Walker won and got some help from Jess. Got some pre-goalie wars training with Jessica Charman before he left Crown Legacy to head to Audi Field in D.C. and got everything squared away there during the All-Star break. So let's go back over the last 7 days, get you ready for the next 7 days. We've got our matchups of the week in the West and the East, and one of them came across pretty early. Last Wednesday, Revolution knocked off Crown Legacy, the only other team now outside of Hunt City to beat Crown Legacy in regulation. New England Revolution wins it 3-1, including a goal by Jordan Adebayo-Smith, his 8th on the year at the time. Big win for the Revolution as they're trying to close the distance between themselves and the top seed in the Eastern Conference. TFC2 at York Lions Stadium, York Lions at York University, tied Philadelphia Union after 90 minutes, and then Toronto got the extra point in penalties. So Toronto ends up with 2 points on the day, winning 4-2 in PKs. Match of the week out west, El Trafichito. Galaxy 2, Los Dos, and LAFC, and it lived up to the hype. Here's your highlights, courtesy of our friends at MLS Next Pro and Apple TV.
Starting 11, 4-2-3-1 formation. Simon Gilson will get the start once again. 13th start of the year, 48 saves on the other side for LAFC. And Enrique Duran, once again, Abraham Romero gets the start, his 10th of the year, 17 saves on the season. And we are underway from Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California, between LA Galaxy 2 and LAFC 2. Torres, back post, lofting, headed up and off the crossbar and out of play. Great opportunity right there for LAFC. Perez flying up the field now. Go out wide. Another ball in. Vivi denied once again. The chance blocked. Oh, and it ricochets in for the opening goal of the game. First goal from Alex Alcala of Los Angeles Galaxy. Good play here. Sent back. Chance once again and tripped up, and this is going to go to a spot. So you get the foul in the box, and look who did it again. It was Alex Alcala. And here you see the foul is going to come head away. Alcala able to get it. And it's Santiago who commits the foul in the box. That's going to lead to the penalty. Romero waits. And putting it in the corner is Gonzalez. Cuevas 165 minutes. Bibu, now an opportunity. Drops it back. The strike! And that finds its way through for the third goal. And it's Gino Vivi. Chance here. Back post. Oh, off the post! Weebo, a deflection again. FC looking to look dangerous once again. Played out. Sharp angle, cross, and chipped in, and LAFC is on the scoreboard. Nice ball ahead by Gonzalez. And a chance here, and slotted in by who other than Bibu, the team's leading scorer. just really creates chances, and really him in training with that first team is giving him experience as well and really putting him in at a different level. High expectations for Bibu. He's also seen time with the first team this year, 2 games so far for the 18-year-old. Vasquez steps up. Gilson guesses right, but can't make the save. Evans knocked off the ball, but able to make the pass back to Radovitz. Radovitz pushing forward. Chance here from the top of the area, and that one gets through. It looked like Klein got his arm in there. And there is the whistle, and the first version of MLS Next Pro's El Trafico will go to LA Galaxy by a score of 4-3.
7-goal thriller. Would not have anticipated anything less with Los Dos and LAFC, but Los Dos gets full credit from Dignity Health Sports Park and Carson, California, knocking off LAFC the first time that those two have been paired up. Friday Night Football, Colorado Rapids to continue their time at the top of the standings in the West with a 4-1 win over Real Monarchs at Zions Bank Stadium in Harriman, Utah. Before the showcase happened, Yosuke Hanya scores in the 37th. Larraz scores twice in the at 45 plus 2 and at 75. So a natural brace for Oliver Larraz. Remy Cabral would score in the 60th. In between that, it would be 4-0. Then it was a goal by Owen Anderson at 90 plus 4 that made it 4-1. Colorado Rapids, too, with the big win there on the books on the road in Harriman, Utah. Saturday, the one match, traditionally as it is. BC Place, Vancouver Whitecaps 2, losing to Timbers 2 by the score of 1-0. Traditionally, very, very busy Sunday in MLS Next Pro. Philadelphia Union 2 rebounding with a win at home at Subaru Park against Red Bulls by the final of 2-1. Same score, Houston Dynamo 2 at SaberCat Stadium, knocking off North Texas SC Copa Tejas style in MLS Next Pro. Hunt City would lose late to a TFC 2 at Joe Davis Stadium. So Toronto FC 2 hit the road, got full points at Hunt City. NYCFC 2 and Chicago Fire 2 at Belson Stadium in Jamaica, Queens, 2-2 after 90. Fire got the extra point, winning 5-3 in PKs. Orlando City B and Atlanta United 2, one of the crazier matches of the weekend. Atlanta United 2 down 1-0, up 2-1 on a red card. Orlando City B playing with 10, scored 2 goals in 2 minutes, and would end up getting the win 3-2 over Atlanta United 2, one of the roughest losses the Atlanta United 2 have had this season, against a rival at Osceola Heritage Park. Out west, Sporting Kansas City 2, 2-1 winners over San Jose Earthquakes 2. And then Galaxy 2 got another home match, this time against Tacoma Defiance, top team in the Pacific Division. They would get 2 points on the day, 1-1 after 90, winning 4-3 in PKs. And so very, very successful week for LA Galaxy 2. Loons 2 shut out LAFC 2 at the National Sports Center, 2-0. And then our match of the week in the East, 3.5 hours worth of delays, 3 separate delays with FC Cincinnati 2 and Inter Miami 2. It was supposed to start at 7 o'clock. It did not. Started in the 10 o'clock hour instead. Here's your highlights of FC Cincinnati 2 and Inter Miami 2 from Highland Heights, Kentucky, in the campus of Northern Kentucky University, courtesy of our friends at Apple TV and MLS Next Pro.
He's another one who is back from first-team duty. He has 5 starts and 6 goals this season. In the middle there, Santiago Morales, the 16-year-old, making just his 3rd start. Felipe Valencia to his left. In the orange from left to right, Adam Kilpatrick in the yellow to send us on our way. After a 3.5-hour travel-induced delay, we are finally underway from NKU Soccer Stadium in Highland Heights, Kentucky. Jump to another level if he's going to be a consistent first-teamer. We're in that mix for Inter Miami. He's outstanding in the 1v1 defensively, and he proved it against DC United in MLS a couple of games ago. Played through by Ordonez. Pinto makes it 1-0 for Cincinnati. Just his 3rd appearance in Next Pro this year. A regular first-teamer for Cincy, and he's showing why. Played through for Ordonez. Kimi Ordonez plays it ahead. Castellano now put in by Benjamin Stitz. 2-0 for FC Cincinnati. Through the rain, through the delays, FC Cincinnati Nahib. Braxton Nahib threads a great ball through. Flores in front, D'Agostini, and it's in! The goalless drought is over at 401 minutes. Inter Miami perhaps on the road back. Finally, Pinto. Doing a great job trying to close this game out now. Cincinnati, Ordonez to make it 3. Yes! Archimedes Ordonez! And there is your final whistle. A game 3 times delayed finishes with 3 points for FC Cincinnati in a 3-1 victory over Inter Miami. Goals from Malik Pinto, Benjamin Stitz, and Archimedes Ordonez seal the deal.
So FC Cincinnati gets the win over Inter Miami, and that sets up where we are in the standings. We'll take it once again a division at a time. As we go later in the year, we'll look at things from a conference perspective in the postseason. The loss by Crown Legacy and the win by the Revs mean that Legacy now only have a 3-point advantage in the Northeast, 41 points to 38. Red Bulls 2 are at 30, Union 2 are at 27, NYCFC 2 at 26, TFC 2 with the win in Huntsville are now 4-10, 5-3. That fourth column is your shootout wins, the extra point that you get for winning in a shootout after 90 minutes. TFC 2 now is at 20 points after 19 matches. In the Central, it is Columbus Crew 2 at 34 points. Orlando City B with the win over Atlanta United 2. They are at 30. Fire 2 at 25. Atlanta United 2 at 24. Hunt City at 22. FC Cincinnati at 21. Inter Miami is at 14 points after 18 matches with a record of 4-12-2. Western Conference Frontier Division, it's Colorado Rapids 2, 7 points clear of Austin FC, 43 points to 36. Sporting Kansas City 2, 29 points. Loons 2 at 26. Houston Dynamo at 25. St. Louis City 2 at 23. North Texas SC is at 22 points after 19 matches with a record of 5-8-6-1. Pacific Division, we mentioned Tacoma Defiance on top with 33 points, 3 points clear of the Whitecaps. Earthquakes 2 at 25 points. Timbers 2 at 24. Real Monarchs at 21. The Galaxy 2 with their big week, 5 points on the 2 matches. They're now up to 20 points. LAFC 2 is at 2-10-5 after 17 matches. They've scored 13 goals this season, but they've only given up 25, but still they've only scored 13. They're at 11 points, and that is at the bottom of the Pacific Division. That sets up your standings as to how things have gone in MLS Next Pro. MLS Next Pro Top 10 Power Rankings from Match Day 17 lays out like this. Atlanta United 2, they are in the top 10 right now at number 10. Whitecaps at number 9. OCB at number 8. Red Bulls at number 7. Crew 2 at number 6. Revs at number 5 with their win over Crown Legacy. Tacoma Defiance at number 4. Austin FC at number 3. Crown Legacy drops to number 2. Colorado Rapids right now, they're at number 1, reclaiming the top spot after winning their third in 4 with that 4-1 win over Real Monarchs. Team of the match day for Match Day 17, courtesy of MLSNextPro.com, is Orlando City B for the comeback win. Oliver Larraz is your pro player of Match Day 17 from Colorado. Goal and an assist in the 4-1 win for Colorado Rapids 2 in the win in Harriman, Utah over Real Monarchs. Taking a tour, the rising star of Match Day 17 is Luciano Sanchez of Philadelphia Union 2, and it was another game-clinching goal for Sanchez. He's gained that rep as a late-game goal specialist. 77th minute for the match between Union and Red Bulls. Replaced Chris Donovan, got the late goal 7 minutes later, which gave the game winner to Philadelphia Union 2. So, Young Player of the Week goes to Luciano Sanchez of Union 2. North Texas SC have relieved head coach Javier Cano of his duties after the loss to Houston Dynamo Sunday night. North Texas 5-8-6 on the year, 11th place in the Western Conference. Assistant coach John Gall is going to assume head coach duties on an interim basis. Michel Garbini will continue in his role as assistant coach. North Texas SC GM Matt Denny admits it's always difficult to make changes to a coaching staff during the season, but they believe change is necessary at this time to give the club an opportunity to be more competitive as, quote, we continue through the MLS Next Pro season. We appreciate Javi's efforts and contributions to the organization. Joined North Texas from Austin FC's academy, where he coached the U17s and the U15s. Prior to his time in Austin, he was head coach of DC United's U15 and U19 academy teams and assistant under Ben Olsen. Began his coaching career back in Spain in the year 2000. Gall joined North Texas for the 23 season as an assistant after taking over head coach from FC Dallas's Academy's U13s back in 2017. First year in charge, he won the Dallas Cup. 2020, promoted to the U19s, and during MLS Next Cup in 2022, led the U19s to the semifinals. So, coaching change in North Texas to keep an eye on in the Western Conference. So, that is the news that is going on in and around the league for MLS Next Pro. Let's get you into the schedule. And as always, once again, remember, follow along on the social media platforms on Twitter and on Instagram to keep up to date with everything going on in MLS Next Pro. MLS Next Pro Invitational is going on at America First Field in Salt Lake City. Hoffenheim got the 1-0 win over Colorado Rapids 2 on Tuesday. Real Monarchs and Crystal Palace play on Wednesday. And that kicks off the beginning of the very, very busy weekend where you're balancing the activity in Next Pro Invitational along with what's going on in league play. Friday Night Football, TFC2 is hosting Inter Miami 2 at York Lions Stadium. That you can catch that one on MLS Season Pass in the Next Pro Invitational. Hoffenheim is going up against Crystal Palace. Saturday football, it is at Northern Kentucky. FC Cincinnati is hosting Red Bulls. You can catch that one on Season Pass. North Texas SC, with their coaching change at 8:30, is at Choctaw Stadium hosting Sporting Kansas City 2. It is a very, very busy Sunday, traditionally so, in MLS Next Pro. On Season Pass at noon, Crown Legacy hosting NYCFC at Matthews. 6 o'clock on Season Pass, Austin FC is at University of Denver Soccer Stadium to take on the Rapids. Houston Dynamo on MLSNextPro.com hosting Loons 2 at 7 o'clock at SaberCat Stadium. Also on NextPro.com at 7 o'clock, Chicago Fire visiting Osceola Heritage Park to take on OCB. On Season Pass on Apple TV, Atlanta United 2 is hosting Huntsville City Football Club. So you can get your action at the Fraction at 7:30 on Sunday night. PayPal Park, it is St. Louis City 2 going to go to play Earthquakes 2 on MLSNextPro.com and also on the web at MLSNextPro.com. Tacoma Defiance is hosting LAFC 2. Congrats once again to goalies who win goalie wars during the MLS All-Star Weekend. Well done for the keeper for the Crown Legacy, Isaac Walker. Big right arm to get the win, and had to go to overtime to do it. Looked like he might just run out the clock in the final, but he didn't, and it ended up being a one frame of overtime. And Isaac Walker got the Duke and got the belt, winning goalie wars for MLS Next Pro at the All-Star Weekend and the All-Star Week activities at Audi Field in D.C. So that is your run of everything that is going on currently in MLS Next Pro. As always, if you are in market and you can catch MLS Next Pro, please do so. You get the next generations and all the growing talent right there on display with all the activity going on in MLS Next Pro. If you are in market and can catch some action, catch the action. If you're in market and can't, follow along on your local providers. If you're out of market and still can't follow along, you can do so on Apple TV and MLS Season Pass and at MLSNextPro.com. So for all of us here at SDH, that's your rundown of everything going on in MLS Next Pro. Enjoy the matches. Play safe, everybody. We'll see you next time.